All right, Aries, welcome in. Welcome to your season. How are you doing? This is a big year, a big deal for Aries. We have the North Node moving into your sign this summer. So these readings that I'm posting here for spring 2023 are really about your North Node, your Sun and rising sign. So if you're an Aries, Sun, rising, or North Node, this is likely for you. If it doesn't resonate, check out your Sun or rising. Especially if you're an Aries North Node, this is probably right up your alley. All right, there's just so much going on in Aries. Right now, we are in Aries season as I'm doing this, and we're taking a look at your destiny point, which is basically North Node energy, and it does connect to Sun and rising because that's how you express yourself. Okay, so let's take a look for Aries. Pegasus transcending. No question in my mind. That's definitely what's going on for you. Oh, look at this. Butterfly spirit transformation. I haven't seen that one yet. And dragonfly spirit change. Wow. So change, transformation, and transcending. Aries, as we move the North Node into your sign, some of you have taken my North Node classes. Some of, you might not know, or you might know what a North Node is. Your North Node is your destiny point. It is saying in this life what you're here to embrace, what you're here to become. It's brand new to you. So if you're an Aries North Node, this is a lot about leadership. It's about you taking charge, taking control, and taking action. And sometimes that can feel a little weird. I'm doing this reading right at Aries season, right at the time of the shift into Aries season. And this summer, the North Node is going to be shifting from Taurus into Aries. It's always going in retrograde. And if you don't know about your North Node, I'm going to drop a link for a class down in the description box if you want to check it out. Having a North Node in Aries means you have your South Node in Libra. And the axis of Aries and Libra is impacting your destiny point in this life. Basically saying, this is what you're here to do. Okay, so let's see where we go here with this reading. As I lay this out, thank you for all of your notes and questions about spiritual business class. It's starting in April. So if you want to take leadership and take control of your life and build something for yourself, link in the description box below. Okay, all right, Nine of Swords underneath. I'm going to do a little bit of a different spread here. Ace of Pentacles rooted down by the Ten of Wands. The Nine of Wands rooted down by the Ace of Wands. Oh, isn't that interesting? The Knight of Cups rooted down by the Temperance card. And oh my goodness, Ace of Cups rooted down by the Chariot. Well, this is really beautiful energy. Why are you stressing so much? Why? Some of you are really having a hard time. There are two reasons that I can see, and you may have more nuanced reasons about this, but one of the reasons is you have been overdoing things. You might have been hanging on to old ways of doing things because that's just what you know, and it just seems normal to you. Look at this beautiful. All right, I'll tell you about that later. Anyway, so you might just be very, very stuck in a certain way of doing things, a certain type of energy in your life, and look at this, 3 aces out of 8 cards. That's massively important. And Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups. The one that's missing is the Ace of Swords. And I saw that while I was shuffling. So P.S. That feels to me like, like a clean sweep of the energies. And it's probably, the Nine of Swords here is probably because it is change. All right. You might really be resisting change right now, even if it is transcendent change. With Pegasus here, if I can pick up this card, with Pegasus here, there's definitely some massive change in the wind. And I almost feel like it doesn't matter, like good luck holding on to your baggage, good luck holding on to an old way of doing things. This can even mean that you step into a new type of leadership. I see Sagittarius here, and Sagittarius as a fellow fire sign is also benefiting from the shift of the North Node into Aries, because all fire signs are in harmony with that change in the zodiac. So what this makes me feel like is if you take a look at what you're here to do. Now, Aries North Node and Libra South Node basically is saying to me that in this life, you are here to take charge. And in a past life with Libra as your South Node, super used to being in a team kind of environment, or really used to just kind of fading into, no disrespect to Libra, but like fading into and being really good at group activities or being one of the team. But this says to me leadership. You've got leadership all over this, especially with the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands right up front here. And when we have this transformation and change, it's almost like this summer is going to put you in a position of being the one who's doing the asking, being the one who has not only the ideas, but the drive, okay, to put something into place for yourself. And that may feel out of the box for you, may feel super uncomfortable, even though, you know, if you're watching this and you're an Aries sun or an Aries rising, like you get that expression, you know what it feels like to take charge, to take leadership, to be the one doing the at the top of the pile kind of a thing. If you're an Aries North Node, you may find that a little uncomfortable, but if you do it, if you sort of move toward it, it is going to elevate, right? It's going to really lift you. It's going to give you some resources that will help you do it. What I'm seeing in this reading, though, is here's an offer. Here is, because aces are just potential. They're not really, they're seeds, right? This is like quite literally a seed. Are you planting the seeds this spring for this summer's moment of elevation? Are you doing what you need to do to plant those seeds or take advantage of opportunities? Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups. What are the opportunities that are showing up for you from Spirit? The Temperance card is Archangel Michael sort of bringing in these opportunities. Now, the Ace of Pentacles, the first might show up as a job offer or a new kind of side hustle or starting your own business or something like that. Definitely Aries energy all over that. And we are going to have the North Node in Aries from this summer through 2024. So it usually is about 18 months that stays in each sign. And I believe it starts July of this year. And it's rooted down by this 10 of Wands. So one of the other things we know about Aries, all due respect, is and Sag and Leo, there is a little bit of stubbornness, a little bit of my way or the highway. I'm going to do it my way. And what's going on here is, this is the card that's underneath, is you may not feel as confident doing things the old way or doing things your way, or you know, and the old way might be that I'm part of a team, or I'm, you know, no, I'm not ready to kind of go out on my own. No, I'm not ready to write that book. Or I'm not ready to stand on that stage. I'm not ready to ask that person for a date. I'm not ready to take the leap into marriage. I'm not ready for any of these things, but you are, okay? You are. And the North Node is also known as the destiny point. And you know, we talk a lot, especially on this channel, we talk a lot about free will and destiny and how do those two things actually work. When we're talking about Aries energy, that's even more kind of a free will is the big energy, and destiny is kind of a light, you know, just a suggestion. I feel like that's balancing out with the North Node moving into Aries, that if in the past it's been like, oh yeah, sure, I'm gonna run my own business, sure, I'm gonna take the leadership role with a relationship, oh whatever, right? Like, I feel like that bluff is being called, and it's forcing you into a new way of doing things. So you can hang on to this 10 of Wands, an old way of doing things about being part of the team, but this is also a little bit codependent, that you are doing everything for everybody else. If that is where you are right now, and into, you know, as we move into April and everything, if you are in that place of like, well, leadership to me means I do everything, I feel like there's a sense of, no, you're the conductor. Okay? The conductor in an orchestra, I don't know where that's coming from. Some of you might be musicians or something watching this, but the conductor is someone The maestro is someone who gets everybody to sing together, gets everybody to play together. And it's not about running around and playing each part or doing all of the jobs, doing all of the roles. So whether it's in a one-to-one relationship where you do everything, or it's I'm getting a lot of spirit chills on this, or in a work situation where your job is to, be the leader, but you're the one who kind of lets everybody slide on things, and then you're the one who kind of runs around sweeping up after the elephant, which is, definitely not productive, okay? And I feel like the universe is saying to you, hey, this spring, we're making a shift from that south node of Libra into the north node of Aries, where you just delegate, you tell people what to do, you take charge, you set the tone, you set the vision, and then let them do it, okay? Sometimes when we have, so that means this summer, the North Node transiting Aries, the North Node going into Aries, you have North Node in Aries, or the very least you have Sun and rising sign in Aries. And what you're going to feel is an extra shove, okay? And the way the shove happens is that you're really clinging to the Libra, because your Libra is your South Node. And your South Node is something that you have expertise in, you're comfortable with. It is your comfort zone. And so this spring, you're being shoved to kind of plant some seeds of leadership for the summer. Some of you could also be taking charge of your love life. There's the Knight of Cups here. And this is about offers that are romantic offers with the Ace of Cups here. So let's see, Sag and Cancer energy here as supportive energies, which is about allowing the universe to bring me the opportunities and then I take charge of them. So there may be an offer to you in terms of a relationship this spring. Very good opportunity, very good energy of possibility. But you're the one who has to choose it, or you're the one who has to sort of be the leader in that relationship. So you might get asked to go on dates and everything, but you feel like, wow, I need to be the one that kind of sets the tone for this relationship, or I need to be the one who is making the plans or something like that. However, it's not the problem usually comes in Libra when you fall back into that, I don't know, what do you want to do? I don't know, where do you want to go to dinner? Like you default out of saying, hey, there's a really cool concert this Friday, you want to go? That's Aries. Libra energy is more like, well, I'm up for anything. What do you want to do? And not to say that Libras do that all the time, but I'm a Libra rising, so we are really good diplomats. We are really good team players. And the Aries energy is like a little more dynamic in terms of I'm making the path. I'm doing, and so the destiny point may rub you the wrong way. It may feel like things are, if things are planned out, I feel like that's the universe kind of poking you with a stick, saying, okay, fair enough. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna plan it out for you, and you're like, hey, wait a second, I want to plan something out. I want to take charge of my life. I want to take charge of my money. I want to take charge of my my joy. And so there can be a little bit of from the Libra side that says, you can't fade into the background anymore. You're really going to have to stand on your own 2 feet and say, this is what I want. Or you're going to have to stand on your own 2 feet and conduct the orchestra and share the, set the tone, okay? You're setting the tone. And this is, I feel like this is what's going to move you very quickly forward. We don't have this North Node, this destiny point shifting into Aries until summertime, but this is the preparation, okay? This is the time you're preparing. So I'm going to continue on with this. I will take a look at the love relationship that's coming in. I'll take a look at any kind of work shifts or changes, because I see that there's a lot of anxiety around that. So I'm going to do that in the extended. And I'm also going to read you more about this change and transformation, all right, in the extended. So Aries, Sun, Rising, and North Node. Link is below. If you want to continue on, I'll see you over there. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.